Fife Flyers TV, sponsored by the Bay Hotel, Fife's premier wedding venue.
Todd, I'm going to ask you about the game in just a second, but just describe the atmosphere in the dressing room after that game.
I think the dressing room and the ice rink just really needed that feel-good factor. Done a lot of soul-searching over the last couple of weeks, and although we've played good at times, we've struggled to put a full game together. And part of that can be confidence. I've said to you numerous times that winning and losing can become a mentality and an attitude. So I think it helped that a number of things were working for us tonight, but I'm very pleased for the guys. We have a wonderful bunch, and they've come under a lot of pressure. I don't think people understand the pressure that they've felt, and sometimes performing under those circumstances can be difficult, but they fought their way out of it tonight against an excellent hockey club.
Cardiff has always been the team to beat. They came into this building tonight, but the Flyers just seem to come out with an amazing sort of drive and work ethic and performance. How important was it to get that first goal?
Oh, huge. I mean, I think that a lot of the games in October, we were chasing a lot of hockey games. And I wouldn't say it was for lack of offensive chances, just for whatever reason, guys were tightening up and they weren't going in. We were fortunate to score early tonight. You saw them as a group, they just kind of started exuding confidence with a couple power play goals, which had been stone cold up to this point. We made a few small adjustments and they were just tiny, but it's amazing when you enter the zone with a bit of confidence instead of waiting for something bad to happen. Good things. I think that first power play goal, or first two power plays, we had 7 shots on net or something has really been lacking. And you know what? Some guys have just felt snake bitten, but tonight it was their night offensively, and I thought we competed all night long.
Second period, you knew that Cardiff was going to come back and really sort of push you. You also found yourself having to kill off penalties, a lot of penalties as well. It's something that they managed to do, and they managed to hold their nerve.
Well, we've always taken great pride in our kill, and I think statistically we've certainly been below average. But we have excellent killers in our dressing room, and it's small adjustments, but the standard of player in the league has even increased again. And I think they hit a crossbar on one. They looked threatening at times, but we contain them to the outside, and we're happy to do that with teams. A lot has to be said about Adam Morrison's performance tonight as well.
Paul Crowder gets 3 goals this evening, gets man of the match as well. How important was that, do you think, for him?
Oh, huge. I mean, obviously expectations on Paul will always be high here. He had such a fantastic year offensively last year. And it just hasn't been clicking, but it shows what a dangerous tandem that Carlo and Paul have been, certainly for us in the past, and just starting to look like they really have that spark back. And with the addition of his brother and his line, they seem to be playing quite confident right now.
And you've got Sunday off this weekend because you had the midweek game. What do you do next week to kind of sort of pull this momentum through into the whole of November?
Yeah, well, it's good you mentioned November. Believe me, October was very difficult on all of us, and it really started taking its toll. I think, before the game we talked about drawing a line under that and starting the month afresh and breaking the season down into shorter term goals rather than always looking back and wondering, when we're going to get out of this. They were a lot more proactive tonight, and it just goes to show it's the same team. Under a few minor adjustments, we have it in us. I think it's a lot about just commitment to the game, and just a bit of self-belief in not only ourselves but each other, each of the teammates, and I thought they fought hard tonight.
Brought the crowd with you tonight as well. They stepped up and they played their part. For the people that maybe have been kind of on the fence about coming, what would you say just to kind of sort of get them back in the building?
Well, I mean, I'd mentioned at the start of the interview that it was important to get a feel-good factor in the rink. I've been around an awful long time here. You have just a kind of sixth sense of what's going on at times in the rink, and our expectations are always high, and the league it's incredibly strong throughout, and we really hit a rough patch there. I've certainly had a rough patch or two in my time in the Elite League, but we've managed to fight our way out of it. This is a small start, but you're absolutely right. We need to get the crowd back on side, find that level of consistency that's going to make us successful in the league, and put a string of wins together that it just gains momentum.
Todd, thanks very much.
Thank you.